Lamism developed in Tibet in the Tang dynasty, and then passed into Mongolia and northeast China. Lamaism is the Buddhism practiced in Tibet. This type of Buddhism is the Indian Mahayana Buddhism, intermingled with elements of Asian Tibetan religions. High person indicates great stature in the Buddhist religion, a noble man of much wisdom and good works, standing higher than all others. Therefore, a high person, a Tibetan Buddhist Lama, is like the abbot in Chinese Buddhism. Abbots are the monks' instructors. They pass on their wisdom in the same way as any other type of teacher. The abbot.
Step down from me 13 step. Stranger, who's black here, take first step. Savior, KRS is my nature. Then correction papers, I'm a motherfucking savior. Hey, give thanks to my makers, not just high. See you later to my haters. Keep it up, adopt a planet on these traders. Easy fuss, got core principle. The fifth is just who damn government, it's not us, the people. Me, the mama, or papa, come fuss. Find them within the internal compass. Jump on the llama when the industry holds from the drama. When it starts back up, more's on top where we alter. This world's more than just, hey, what's up for the slaughter? The abbot, the panda, nobody grander. The stature, Prophet Noble to Ali is the answer.
The abbot, the abbot, the abbot.
Yeah.
The abbot, the abbot, the abbot. A noble man, of much wisdom, and good works, The abbot.
Our abbot brought us Islamism, no disunity or divisionism. He never died, we survived the great schism, avalanche, lies, and libel. He made us national, not tribal. Impropria persona, don't throw away your Bible. Affirm, never swear, matriarch, not vital. Honors to the mothers using menstrual cycles to make waves tidal. I'm his disciple. Teachings of our abbot needs to go viral. We recycle Quran questions, recital, chakras spiral, lower self stifle, so delightful. Awaiting higher self-arrival. Trained us to be mental fittest for survival. Gave up the slave tag for ancestral titles. Back from the dead when the abbot tapped my spinal. Not the heavy metal band, but the path of the left hand.
The abbot, the abbot, the abbot. The abbot, the abbot, the abbot. A noble man, of much wisdom, and good works, The abbot.
Developing inner self is like building physical muscle. Even when we're physically still, we never spiritual hustle. Must you question our prefer answers and lessons? Been in sessions with those that develop spirit like professions. The message is trust thyself. The more we know, balance with the more that we know there's more we don't know. Gotta grow still. Decay's the only other option. I don't like that feel, so I cut and connect with real. Not just to heal, strive. To escalate our inner state, once focused on survive. We better now, we rise. Devise plans, harmonizing my logic and inner man. Stand still, listen to inner voice, articulate real. Fulfillment of the goal of oneness is truly silence. Inner outer self is one. No plus, no minus, or minus. MYND or harmonization. Physical, ethereal, and us creations waiting.
The abbot, the abbot, the abbot. The abbot, the abbot, the abbot.
Yeah.
A noble man, of much wisdom, and good works, The abbot.
It's a journey for whoever's worthy to learn of self and not to ossify behaviors early. It's still a controversy. Flat earth, round earth, who the first people? They try to calculate a formula to keep it equal. But I am the nemesis to all you supremacists, putting all the emphasis to crush all your benefits, distorting what was relevant, tracing back to Genesis. The proof is in the pudding, we impeach more than presidents. Still we take your precedence, uplifting humanity. Sifting out you dirty Moors, I'm standing with who's backing me. Year 1933 was a tragedy, a blessing in the same breath, removing all the chains from the brain, so plain left, never disappear, it's essential from this plain flesh, student always learning, this is certain, I am shameless, the abbot to the abbot, we going through the same test,
The abbot, the abbot, the abbot. The abbot, the abbot, the abbot. a noble man. There's much wisdom, and good work. The abbot.
Abbott said don't abort the mission. Never waited for the court's decision. Escape from this corporate fiction. Sometimes high, sometimes low. Phase in and out. Constant switching, different route. Avoid the friction. Watch your mouth. Change addiction. Status out. For jurisdiction. What we about? Most won't listen. Build this house. My solar system. Begin to south. Be in remission. Got no doubt. My prophet's mission. My prophet's vision.
A noble man. The abbot. The abbot. The abbot. The abbot. The abbot.
I'm actually really excited about this.
So I just want to get you in. What? What? I'm rocking. Who says we ain't in the building? Who says we ain't into building? We the Moorish master masons, architects for your children, repping Friday 13th like Jason, without the killing. But we promote life, oh, it's all about the feeling. And we invoke light, yo, we them light beings. Though you might see him on the block getting his portion, might be talking to cops, giving them caution. Occasionally wearing his fez when he's walking, see the turning heads, whispering, got him. But he's locked in, and he's zoned out, while we boxed in our own house.
We study the mystics, the adepts, the magi, wisdom of the ancients can all calcify as possible mission. Free mental numbness, extract the substance, rid minds of dumbness. Use the source, don't care what some purport, as we don't by being told man knows not. Many before the floor, souls got bought, placed in the devil's hands, ruling the seven lands. To dogma rituals, Negro spirituals, brainwash subliminal, keeps thinking to a minimal. They're still criminal, in a world digital so pitiful. Mental survival so critical, it's visible. Can you see past righteous blocks? Hashtag zombies with waves of cyber thoughts. No need for cell phones, they speak through saw palms. It's nothing for alarm, chips and forearms.
Wind, brass, and bass, such a beautiful serenade. Women feeding me grapes, I'm feeding the enemy serenades. Whether the sky is clear or gray, rain when you hear a fake, giving life to seed. Speaking through who not here today. Show you the future in a glimpse. And always look to these holes like hallucinatory pimps. Sun walked the desert, been marvelous since I found God. Look back, used to see his prince. Forget being a prince, I'm a G. OD, grown man, no Jody. Deny it, you don't know me. Don't make me tap into the old me. That's like a couple hundred years. Walk around town with a couple hundred peers and release the peace of her fears. The sun gon' shine, so what tears? This young brother here just trying to get his third eye clear.
This deep, Moors don't sleep. Invest in your mind and body and unleash. Real life rap, spitting over tracks. Conscious thinking and living a dead attack. This deep, Moors don't sleep. Invest in your mind and body and unleash.
Yeah.
Real life rap,
Yeah.
spitting over tracks.
Yeah.
Conscious thinking and living a dead attack.
So as the moon sets, the sun takes its place as spoons on blocks, inspired spots, filled spaces, peel back, rats, who got cases, fire stain the corridors of flammable faces, game changers, rule benders and no pretenders, style lenders, channel my vibe through the vibrant optic lenses, send a message to our veterans, soldiers up and get it in, we on our birds, we are merged subliminal beings, third eye seeing, still I participate unwilling.
They wanna break me, shake, bake, grade me, rolling with my name G, double O-M-B, S-O-N is crazy. For a minute that you think you could take me for a fool, like a native to his land, being schooled by a foreign dude. You've mistaken me, spiders on the roof, in the dark tools, have been saying you've mistaken me. You better move or I mark it, power pin is my tongue, your existence to target, revealing all lies and deceit on the market. Genocide, carry around in pockets, I knock it down, bulldozer. David to Goliath, it's an exposure. Some big cats ruling and it's getting closer to your downfall, round up all your soldiers.
Little homie, I was seeking a fortune, tired of misfortune. I just wanted a portion, everything that I never had, though I needed my portion. Blowing like porcelain, haters battling porcelain. Getting broke, tired of being broke. How we acquire hope is the DJ skill as a dope, just to keep us afloat. Mind as deep as the boat, brain is the lethal weapon we want need to elope. When I speak, I provoke. Walk in the room with my aura feeling like heavy smoke. Feel like when the levee broke under my Louis Vuitton, the semi-poke. Cause dirty cops will kill your boy, you ain't a joke. The cost of living, higher profits in private prison. These little girls are selling bodies just to pay tuition. These little niggas selling niggas just for bail condition. It's like the slavery never ended, we're the intermission. I wanna free the world, but I'm one man. A couple ones like me and me one plan. I wanna free the world, but I'm one man. A couple ones like me and one plan.
All right.
Yeah. Yo. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. Yo, bringing forth light through the dark. That's the first thing that Drew Ali taught. You're a divine being, can't be sold, nor be bought. Like a star, all caps, like a corporation. You're a star off the charts from the constellations. This is serious, B. You gotta save a nation, no procrastination. Pick up the GS and Tashtariko teaches. Knowledge itself, not paperwork, gon' free us. Rahul Nefer, I'm in the real metal, little purist. And a email bay, one of the truest to ever do this. Middle finger to you conscious fucks that turn Judas. Criminal minded, took a lifetime to cure this. The lies of my eye, that's what the wisdom of the womb is. The wisdom of the womb is what the ultimate truth is. Chorus watching your actions, don't care who you this. Manetta is peace, Islam like a Buddhist.
10 lies, 5 principles to eliminate the flaws, align the individual. This is effect of a cause, complex but so simple. Take a pause, take in the instrumental.
Yeah. Yo. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. Yo, bringing forth light through the dark. That's the first thing that Drew Ali taught. You're a divine being, can't be sold, nor be bought. Like a star, all caps, like a corporation. You're a star off the charts from the constellations. This is serious, B. We gotta save a nation, no procrastination. Pick up the GS and Tashtariko teaches. Knowledge itself, not paperwork, gon' free us. Rahul Nefer, I'm in the real metal, little purist. And a email bay, one of the truest to ever do this. Middle finger to you conscious fucks that turn Judas. Criminal minded, took a lifetime to cure this. The lies of my eye, that's what the wisdom of the womb is. The wisdom of the womb is what the ultimate truth is. Chorus watching your actions, don't care who you this. Manetta is peace, Islam like a Buddhist.
10 lies, 5 principles to eliminate the flaws, align the individual. This is effect of a cause, complex but so simple. Take a pause, take in the instrumental. Things coincide, nothing coincidental. No mistakes, nothing accidental. Occupy the space, we call it the temple. Open up the safe, give them what's essential. If they violate, fingernails and the dentals ain't leaving no trace. Elements are fundamentals. Apply the law of attraction. What you do has an opposite or equal reaction. The end set, plans ain't shit without actions.
Philosophical, my principle, these articles, squarely outstanding, laws cancelable, immutable, and all constitutional by law. These laws civil, 5 principles, 10 articles, enforceable, this official, so official, and all constitutional by law. Sinker prints, my seal be my thumb fingerprint. Red ink stamp, shut down the Big Bang. 10+7 articles, that's it, man. A dumb don't get it. The sun gon' set, gon' be a big bang. I'm more beautiful, that's a good thing. God has a trust. Y'all want a buck? Call for some red shoes. Y'all want a blessed fool with a hood wing. Make the skin cherry leather, trying to be something you can never. Black's dead necro. I'm a full of life spectrum. With some blow a lot of prana. That's before the sauna. You're not a man, you an iguana. We said we're not in Africa. Look up, Gunzwana. But dunce wanna cuss, let them go on, yeah. Learn your unalienables. Tell you more, but it's unbelievable.
We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible.
Principles get your conduct straight, crocodile back. Divine law violators won't give a smile back, much less a nod. When I hail up, they screw face up. So dead like Harvey has their 2 faces up. Trust less, cause trust more is left for worthy. No principles but justice, Furthermore, that's dirty. Planes correspond from matter to energy. Swimming in the sub-realms for mental and spirit affinity. Vibrate and cause light and heat magneticity. From the lower mind to the higher mind, breast simplicity. The rules, the capacity for pain and pleasure is so balanced. You can cause an imbalance. Never, y'all taking chances on rappers. I move with law and order. Outside and independent of all is chaos, disorder. Cause the root of everything that happens or doesn't. Deny an effect means the law is repugnant. Elevation stunted, even drunk or blunted. Will have you misdirected by the false pundits. Trying to hit a grand slam when you should have bunted. Spiritual abundance keeps demons dungeon.
That spooky shit's not mystical. The boogeyman you fear is invisible. The cookie that you smoke's not original. The pussy set this stroke in is minuscule. The God in the flesh, indivisible for now. That's why it's called individual. Can't divide the two, and this God's a criminal. Y'all about, but I'm cynical. Invincible among bare minimals, maximizing 10 laws, 5 principles. That's the guy that comes with no shittable, no fucks, facts around facts, centrifugal. Mass reach a critical, peeling the pineal, back reach the pinnacle, sealing the deal with no ceiling, no flow. While I ridicule the charming snakes that limit you and christen you.
We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible.
You see hella snow. It's raining. Oh, it's raining today. What that mean? An excuse. You guys tried to give me an excuse. I told y'all already I was gonna be the best more. We working hard. Rain, sleet, hella snow. We working. And I see y'all dirty Moors making videos with Rod Hayes and his sellout behind. Ain't nobody, your minds, you guys are killing yourselves. Always looking for a way out. Only way out is your hard work. If you don't do it yourself, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna sit there and fucking listen to sellouts that's gonna help you get to where you need to get to. These weave-wearing, fat, lazy people sitting on the couch all day, just sitting there telling y'all what to do. And y'all just sitting there fat, watching them, paying for these dumbass packages because you're fat, lazy, stupid, not studying, getting played. Now look at you. That's what it is. That's what's happening. There's no sugar coating. There's no, oh, you can't talk to them. No, I don't care about all that polite talk, soft world y'all in now. You're killing yourselves. Fat and stupid, lazy, getting played. It's 4:45 in the morning. I've been up since 4:15. Only way out is your hard work. If you don't do it yourself, it's not going to happen. You're not going to sit there and fucking listen to sellouts that's going to help you get to where you need to get to. These weave-wearing, fat, lazy people sitting on the couch all day, just sitting there telling y'all what to do. And y'all just sitting there fat, watching them, paying for these dumbass packages because you're fat, lazy, stupid, not studying, getting played. Now look at you. That's what it is. That's what's happening. There's no sugar coating. There's no, oh, you can't talk to them. No, I don't care about all that polite talk, soft world y'all in now. You're killing yourselves. Fat and stupid, lazy, getting played. It's 4:45 in the morning. I've been up since 4:15. After this, we going to the farm. After that, we going to study. I just write the dictionary for an hour every day, me and my son. It's not to punish. I'm not punishing him. That's why I do it with him. It's not for punishment. It's to keep the brain going, keep the brain sharp. Y'all over here watching some dumbass sellouts. Killing yourselves. We working hard. Got me over here. I've been studying for years in that basement with the rats, spiders, dictionaries for years. As packages because you're fat, lazy, stupid, not studying, getting played. These dumbass packages because you're fat, lazy, stupid, not studying, getting played. Now look at you. That's what it is. That's what's happening. There's no sugar coating. There's no, oh, you can't talk to them. No, I don't care about all that polite talk, soft world y'all in now. You're killing yourselves. Fat and stupid, lazy, getting played. It's 4:45 in the morning. I've been up since 4:15. These dumbass packages because you're fat, lazy, stupid, not studying, getting played. Now look at you. That's what it is. That's what's happening. There's no sugar coating. There's no, oh, you can't talk to them. No, I don't care about all that polite talk, soft world y'all in now. You're killing yourselves. Fat and stupid, lazy, getting played. It's 4:45 in the morning. I've been up since 4:15. After this, we going to the farm. After that, we going to study. I just write the dictionary for an hour every day, me and my son. It's not to punish. I'm not punishing him. That's why I do it with him. It's not for punishment. It's to keep the brain going, keep the brain sharp. Y'all over here watching some dumbass sellouts. Killing yourselves. We working hard. Got me over here. I've been studying for years in that basement with the rats, spiders, dictionaries for years. Never got played. Never bought a package. Nothing. None of that dumb shit wasn't even around when I came in. Y'all getting played by some, like, yeah. Oh, it's raining today. What that mean? An excuse. You guys tried to give me an excuse. I told y'all already I was gonna be the best more. We working hard. Rain, sleet, hell or snow. We working. And I see y'all dirty Moors making videos with Rod Hayes and his sellout behind. Ain't nobody, your minds, you guys are killing yourselves. Always looking for a way out. Only way out is your hard work. If you don't do it yourself, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna sit there and fucking listen to sellouts that's gonna help you get to where you need to get to. These weave wearing, fat, lazy people sitting on the couch all day, just sitting there telling y'all what to do. And y'all just sitting there fat, watching them, paying for these dumbass packages because you're fat, lazy, stupid, not studying, getting played. Now look at you. That's what it is. That's what's happening. There's no sugar coating. There's no, oh, you can't talk to them. No, I don't care about all that polite talk, soft world y'all in now. You're killing yourselves. Fat and stupid, lazy, getting played.
Fat and stupid, lazy, getting played. Because what? Why? For what reason? Why? Why put yourself through this stuff to have Cujo come cuss you out? Why? You have nothing better to do than get cussed out by Grand Sheik? Sunny Moon L, Tweety L, and Chief Rod Hayes. Now he's a chief now all of a sudden? Now he's a chief now. Now he's chief guy? Honor to Noble Drew Ali, but you're not a sheik? How come you're not a sheik? Why are you a chief? Why are you not a sachem? Why are you not a sagamore? Why are you a chief? Why are you European titles? Oh, well, his name is Rod and Hayes, so obviously you got to be a European title. You don't want to hear what Moors are saying. You want to chase behind these people. This is what it's about. Chase behind these people. Right? Been told you people. Been telling you for years. For years we've been telling you. For years we've been telling you. But you don't want to hear what Moors are saying. All right. It's no problem. Let's just get them all on the record. Let's get them all on the record. Where are they at? Pink Illuminance. I was waiting for this energy. Trust me. No, we don't trust you, motherfuckers. We don't trust none of you people. You riding with Rod Hayes? Who the hell's trusting you people? Seattle Martel. This clown, who posted this? Is that all you could come up with? Nothing positive at all. No support for the community in any exercise. You should have been swallowed. Please. My mom didn't suck dicks. Stop the dumb stuff. Swallowing what? Should have been, could have been, nothing. They ain't swallowing anything. What's swallowing have to do anything? How about your whack ass? Matter of fact, let's go to your damn IG right now. Let's go to your IG right now. Let's go there. Let's go there. Since you have website and stuff like that, you want to make comments on people's stuff. Let's go. No, we're not signing up for your BS. Moroccan Empire apparel wear BS. Let's see what BS you have on here. Al Morocco t-shirts. BS. All right, BS. That's all you people do. 33 notes. Buy some BS. 33 notes for some BS. Moroccan essentials. What you got? Infinite indigene ring. Thought you were Moors. Thought you people are Moors. You L's and B's. You talk about Florida water, 18 notes. Selling Florida water? The hell out of here. Printed leggings. This is what you people are on? 24 notes for some leggings? Seamless yoga set and all that? Why don't you sell some literature with your dumb ass, fat and lazy? Fat and lazy. Eloquent eyewear. This is what they're about. This is what all these new age Moors are about. This is what they're about. Selling you BS. That's all they're about. Selling you BS. Selling you nothing that's going to do anything for you. Just selling you crap. Just to sell you crap. Just because. Just selling you crap just to sell it. All these sellouts. Traders. All of them. Where they at? Where they at? Let's get them all on here. Seattle Martel. Your opinion is your opinion. Nobody is backing anyone. It's called an interview. But I guess your opinion and ideas are the only ones that matter. Still nothing positive. Nothing positive to add to you traders. FOH to all you people. Don't respect you people riding behind interviewing Rod Hayes. That's who you're interviewing? That's who you're interviewing, Rod Hayes? Rod Hayes is who you're interviewing. How come you punk MFers don't go interview the mothers? You should be interviewing the mothers every chance you get. You should have Mother Annie on there if you want to interview somebody, but you know she's not going to do no dumbass interview with you toxic ass woman. You know she's not doing no interview with you sellouts. You know Raz Mariah Bay is not doing an interview with you sellouts. So you're going to go to some trader. Some trader who more messaged me 2 weeks ago. Grand Sheik, I've been talking with Rod Hayes. He wants to do the thing. He wants to go live with you so we can figure go live with who? When? When's that supposed to happen? Well, he said he's busy right now. So when he's not busy, busy doing what? The hell is he doing? It means busy. I mean busy. We go out, we go live for 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. You don't got 2 hours or 3 hours in your day? Get the hell out of here. Ain't nobody that busy. Stop the BS. Stop the BS. The adepts chamber trying to call you people into something as if these people are adepts. Tweety L's not no adept. Sunny Moon L, they are no adept. Rod Hayes definitely not no adept. Yeah, no Moorish adept. Matter of fact, pink illuminance. Matter of fact, y'all niggas gonna owe me when I sue y'all asses for copyright infringement. Take my picture off your page. FOH. FOH. You know why FOH? Let me tell you why FOH. Since you want to take your page down, you want to sue somebody. Sue us for this. Sue us for this. Let's see this. Let's see copyright infringement. Let's see. What you got there? Are you selling Great Seal pendants? Are you people even Great Seal? How are you selling Great Seal pendants and you're not even Great Seal? How? Oh, you're talking about copyright infringement. Copyright infringe nothing. FOH. All you people who went to Pink Illuminance to go buy stuff like a damn sellout. When we've been told you people, go to Nebu. Go to Brother Nebu to go get your Great Seal pendants. Nah, you want to go to freaking Pink Illuminance. Why don't you go to Nebu to get your stuff? He's the founder of making Great Seal pendants. No one was making Great Seal pendants before Nebu was making them. No one. No one. No one. No one. No one. No one was making Circle 7 pendants before Nebu was making them. No one. Disrespectful bastards, fat, fake hair people. Get the hell out of here. You have no respect for any of you people. None of you we have respect for. None of you. Because you have no honor. Nebu silver pendants for Moors. Been doing it. These people just pop up yesterday, show you some cleavage, and then now look at you, run into them to go buy pendants like a big dummy. And then now they're riding behind Rod Hayes. Now look at you with your dumb ass. Now look at you. Look at you. Don't you feel dumb that you're back in Canaanland Moors? Yeah, F Rod Hayes. Well, the lady who you bought your pendant from is riding with Rod Hayes, you big dummy. Look at you. Looking all stupid now. Looking all stupid. What are you going to do with that pendant now? What are you doing with that pendant now? Huh? What are you going to do now? We told you people, been telling you people, do you want Great Seal pendants? Go to Brother Nebu. That's where you get them from. You want Circle 7 rings? Go to Brother Nebu. That's where you get them from. No. Pink Illuminants pop up, show you some tits, and now you're all excited. You're going to her to go buy some stuff. Now you're going to her with your sellout asses. And he doesn't just do silver like these people. He also does gold too. He also does gold. But nah, you don't support the real. You want to go support some traders who are riding with Rod. You're riding with Rod, so you want to ride with them. You're riding with the sellouts, like a true trader. We see you people. We see y'all 500 miles away. I already know you people are gonna freaking sell out. It's an interview. It's an opinion. FOH. It's not an opinion. No opinion. Y'all niggas to send your mama to address me. Mama ain't addressing you. You fake ass. Nobody addressing you people. You deal with Grand Sheik. That's who's addressing you. Get over here. Get over here. Just finish them. And all y'all dick riding ass clowns on this post can do the same thing and find your way to my motherfucking house with the rah-rah promise. It'll be a dark day for y'all sellout ass dirty Moors. No, Rod Hayes is the sellout dirty Moor. That's who the sellout dirty Moor is. Who's telling you Aboriginal indigenous declarations or whatever is Indian acts. That's not Indian act. That's no act created by some fake foreign jurisdiction. American Declaration of Rights of Indigenous People is from American indigenous people. And some Europeans made that up. None of y'all niggas got enough money or clout to keep me out of harm's way from policy enforcement. Well, how about you stop doing stuff for being in the way of policy enforcers? How about that? How about that? Money, we don't got enough money to keep you out of harm's way. How about keep yourself out of harm's way and stop being a look at me? Stop being a look at me. Damn, look at me, people. You got wind chimes and feathers and Fatima hands and all that BS on your flyer. You don't even rep for the Moors. None of you people rep for the Moors. People aren't Moors. People just dress up like Moors. They just learn to tie a turban so they could get your attention and then play you. Selling you some BS silver stuff. Selling you leggings. I signed myself out of kidnappers' arms plenty of times. Why are you even in the kidnappers' arms? What are you doing? What are you doing that you're in the kidnappers' arms? What are you doing? Huh? Y'all actually clowns. Yeah, we know. We know we're the high priests. We know. We're not the chiefs. We know we're the high priests. We know that. You don't got to tell us that. But when your bitch ass grand sheiks were punching me in the face and sending me to the hospital while I was pregnant last year, not one of you were big or bad enough to do anything about it. So I don't want to share shit of it. Why are you getting punched in the face by a grand sheik? What the hell did you do? Probably talking shit like you're talking right now. So he punched you in the face. Maybe you're a man. That's why he punched you in the face. Maybe you're a tranny and you're not a woman. Maybe you're not a woman. Maybe you have a fake womb. Maybe your toxic ass needed to get punched in the face because you're toxic. Because you don't listen to Sisters Standing on Law. You don't listen to MHHS Eyes Wide Open. None of that. You don't listen to none of that. Then you get punched in the face by a grand sheik, and then you're not going to name the grand sheik that punched you in the face. You're going to come here talking crazy to Moors. FOH. FOH. Maybe you deserved it. Talking crazy. The hell out of here. Get the hell out of here with your complaining BS. Why the hell are you getting punched in the face? And why are you saying something now? All of a sudden, now you're bringing up something about getting punched in the face? I would never rep a flag that doesn't protect me or my children. No wonder your dumbass is getting kidnapped by these people. It ain't because of highwaymen or whatever. You don't have honor for your own stuff. If you don't have honor for your own stuff, then why should you get protected? Why should Allah protect you? Why? What's Allah protecting your ass for? If you're a sellout traitor, you don't even honor the flag, like a flag supposed to grow arms and legs and come help you get out of some situation you're in. Get the hell out of here. This is why you don't mess with people who don't study. So you don't mess with people who don't study. Don't mess with people who don't study. As soon as you see them throwing up flyers that they got something going on, and their flyer doesn't have a Moroccan flag on it, their flyer doesn't have Drew Ali on it, their flyer has everybody in all caps on it, know that these people are a sellout. Are you blind? Are you dumb? Oh yeah, I forgot.
It's 4:45 in the morning. We working.
Forgot. You missed this message.
And I see y'all dirty Moors making videos with Rod Hayes and his sellout behind. Ain't nobody, your minds, you guys are killing yourselves. Always looking for a way out. Only way out is hard work. If you don't do it yourself, it's not going to happen. You're not going to sit there and fucking listen to sellouts that's going to help you get to where you need to get to. These weave-wearing, fat, lazy people sitting on the couch all day, just sitting there telling y'all what to do. And y'all just sitting there fat, watching them, paying for these dumbass packages because you're fat, lazy, stupid, not studying, getting played. Now look at you. That's what it is. That's what's happening. There's no sugarcoating. There's no, oh, you can't talk to them. No, I don't care about all that polite talk, soft world y'all in now. You're killing yourselves. Fat and stupid, lazy, getting played. It's 4:45 in the morning. I've been up since 4:15. After this, we going to the farm. After that, we going to study. I just write the dictionary for an hour every day, me and my son. It's not to punish. I'm not punishing him. That's why I do it with him. It's not for punishment. It's to keep the brain going, keep the brain sharp. Y'all over here watching dumbass sellouts. Killing yourselves. We working hard. Got me over here. I've been studying for years in that basement with the rats, spiders, dictionaries for years. Never got played. Never bought a package. Nothing. None of that dumb shit wasn't even around when I came in. Y'all getting played by some, like your uncle that come over and your mom tell you to hide this stuff because she know they be stealing. That's who y'all listening to now. Y'all listening to the thieves in your family that comes around and your mom tells them to hide this shit. Nothing. None of that dumb shit wasn't even around when I came in. Y'all getting played by some, like your uncle that come over and your mom tell you to hide this stuff because she know they be stealing. That's who y'all listening to now. Y'all listening to the thieves in your family that comes around and your mom tells them to hide this shit. Y'all walking around listening to them now, listening to the thieves that your mom and them hide shit from. Killing me. It's raining.
Killing me. Bunch of sellouts. On another note, all these indigenous giving the Pope his props and all that stuff, giving him war bonnets and all that stuff, begging him to rescind something. Well, he ain't rescinding jack. He rescinding stuff that gave them the power that they got, that the Indians gave them anyways. What are they rescinding? They're living off doctrine of discovery right now still. But you don't want to be Moors in order to rescind the doctrine of discovery and claim your stuff back. You don't want to do that. You want to beg the Pope to rescind some stuff, like a big dummy. All the Dane Callaways and whoever else playing games with you people. This is what they're about. Pope Francis' apology for the Catholic Church role in indigenous residential schools in Canada has raised questions about whether he would formally rescind the Church doctrine of discovery. The doctrine, dating back to the 15th century, included a series of edicts known as Papal bulls that were later used to justify colonizing indigenous lands. How? Because of these same Los Indios who don't want to be Moors. These same stateless people who want to play confederated Indian tribes and all that stuff, and then doing treaties with these people. Treaties getting violated, and then they didn't renounce the treaty. They keep playing around as if these people respect something. They don't respect anything from stateless people. Why would they respect stateless people? But any hesitation by the Pope to renounce it may stem from the Vatican's view that the Church has already done away with and replaced those edicts. How? Where's the announcement that they replaced these edicts? Where's the announcement that doctrine of discovery is over? In some sense, from the Church's point of view, it doesn't need to be rescinded because it is, in fact, abrogated. It has no standing. If it has no standing, then why don't these modern Europeans go back home? Why are they still here? Why are they still here? If it's like that, if it's done, why are they still here playing games? Oh, because of all you stateless people who don't want to have a nationality, you don't want to honor your ancient foremothers and forefathers' divine and national creed. You don't want to honor Noble Drew Ali, who's the prophet of the Americas for all these indigenous people. I don't care who they claim as their prophet. The only prophet in these days and times is Noble Drew Ali. Ain't nobody else. There ain't no savior with some European name giving you indigenous talk is going to save you. All of them are a distraction from Noble Drew Ali, who told you you're not Negro, Black, colored, or Ethiopian. or Indian or Cherokee or any other BS. You're Moors. Period. Point blank. There's nothing else that you can be. As soon as you start being the fictions, you play to yourself. While the doctrine justified colonization, conversion, and enslavement of indigenous peoples and the seizure of their lands, scholars say it also laid the foundations for Canada's claim to land and the Indian Act, which laid the groundwork for residential schools. So how come they're not going to Justin Trudeau to renounce Doctrine of Discovery if they used it too? How come they're not asking them to renounce the Indian Act? How come they're going with it? How come they're complaining about residential schools, but they're not telling them to renounce the Indian Act? How come they're complaining about residential schools and they're accepting Pope's apology, but they're not turning in these Canada Indian Act identification cards that they've been getting? How come? Because everybody's selling out the Moors so they can have their own stuff. Everyone's selling out the Moors. Moors even selling out the Moors so they can have their own stuff. And then complain, bitch and complain as if marching and picketing ever did something for anybody around here that's stateless. It's a con. It's a ploy. They're playing a game. And they're going to continue playing the game because the people continue to want to be stateless. That's like Elgod talking about, oh yeah, are you a confederation? Are you a confederate? Those are adjectives. Why would it be a confederation and confederates if those are adjectives? And Drew Ali said we're not Negro, black, color, which are adjectives. What kind of dumbass stuff are you talking about right now? What would being a confederation have to do with anything, with freedom? Diaz says other edicts soon replaced the Doctrine of Discovery. For example, 1537, Pope Paul III had issued his own decree that opposed the enslavement of indigenous people. He wrote that they should by no means be deprived of their liberty or the possession of their property, even though they had been outside the faith of Jesus Christ. And then what happened? Bet you they got rid of that Pope quick fast. Because why is he talking in favor of the indigenous people who the job of the Catholic Church is to colonize? Despite that, churches kept colonizing and forcibly evangelizing. Forcibly evangelizing. Now let's just take a quick excerpt here. Let's take a quick excerpt here. Quick excerpt out of the Torch that you can get at khalifamedia.com. See what you have to say about the Doctrine of Discovery. Because, you know, once you start realizing that you've been played, you've been played. They didn't just start playing you yesterday. You've been played. And the only reason that you've been played is because you're fat and lazy, you don't study, and you don't listen to sincere, active, righteous Moors. Inter Caetera Divina, 1493, Doctrine of Discovery. The papal bull, Inter Caetera, issued by Pope Alexander VI on May 4th, 1493, played a central role in the Spanish conquest of the New World. The document supported Spain's strategy to ensure its exclusive right to the lands discovered by Columbus the previous year, which we already know he didn't discover jack. We already know he didn't discover jack. We quote unquote discovered. It established a demarcation line. It established an Ethiopia 100 leagues west of the Azores and Cape Verde Islands, and assigned Spain the exclusive right to acquire territorial possessions and to trade in all lands west of that line. All others were forbidden to approach the lands west of the line without special license from the rulers of Spain. This effectively gave Spain a monopoly on the lands in the quote-unquote New World. That you already know. You're going to get Brother Chavez L. book, and it's going to tell you that the New World is really the old world. These people have been lying to you. And they stay lying because you don't want to listen to Moors. You want to listen to everybody else except Moors. The bull stated that any land not inhabited by Christians was available to be quote-unquote discovered, claimed and exploited by Christian rulers, and declared that the Catholic faith and the Christian religion be exalted and be everywhere increased and spread, that the health of souls be cared for, and that barbarous nations be overthrown and brought to faith itself. And then our people going around playing around like they're Christians or whatever like that, when Christians and Catholics are murderous heathens. Kill all the indigenous people, and then have the indigenous people now giving them, the rapists and the murderers and the pillagers, giving them their culture in some fake apology celebration, as if an apology is enough for all the stuff that they did in these lands for all these years. These people had Truth and Reconciliation Commission from years ago. They said, we have these 50 points that we need to be addressed. They addressed 2 of them. 2 of them. And these indigenous people playing around, meeting the Pope and all this stuff. Have him telling them about pray to Jesus and all that stuff so we get some salvation and all that. And they're sitting there praying. Before they run up on the stage and strangle this guy. Talking crazy. Because everybody knows that he's from the Americas. He ain't from Vatican. He's not some Roman. He's from the Americas. He's Aboriginal indigenous here. Oh, that's all he's going to do. Apologize? That's it. Apology? That's it. That's all they're going to do is apologize? The doctrine of discovery became the basis of all European claims in the Americas. The doctrine of discovery became the basis of all European claims in the Americas, as well as the foundation of the United States Western expansion. Remember, Negroes, these troglodytes, they're supposed to be at the 13 colonies, Eastern Seaboard. How they expand to the West. Just go watch every single Indian movie and you'll see some sellout of these Indian tribes took one of their guys from the Eastern Seaboard, brought them into the tribe, make them saw the little breasts of the little girls and all that stuff, have them rape them, murder all the elders, murder the men, and steal the birthright of these people. And then they're talking about apology from the Pope. Oh yeah, we're excited. We're all gonna go line up and go to the stadium to go hear the Pope pray to the indigenous people, give them the blessing of Jesus and all that BS. The Pope is in the back praying to a Black Madonna and all that. And these people are playing games because they know that they're not the indigenous people. They know that it's the niggers. That's the indigenous people. If the niggers want to be niggers, they don't want to be the indigenous people, then somebody else is going to step in and take the seat. No different than if you're a deadbeat dad. Don't get mad at stepdad. You're a deadbeat. Don't get mad. How about you do what you're supposed to do? You're a deadbeat mom. Don't get mad at the stepmom. You're a deadbeat. In the U.S. Supreme Court in 1823, case Johnson versus McIntosh, Chief Justice John Marshall's opinion in the unanimous decision held that the principle of discovery gave the European nations an absolute right to New World lands. In essence, American Indians, quote unquote, Moors, had only a right of occupancy which could be abolished. The bull, Inter Caetera, made headlines again throughout the 1990s and 2000, when many Catholics petitioned Pope John Paul to formally revoke it and recognize the human rights of the indigenous peoples, Moors, which obviously wasn't done if they're coming out right now and talking about apologies and all this stuff. Obviously it wasn't done. But because the people are dumb, because the people are fat and lazy and they don't study, here you are now. Now here you are. Now you gotta deal with all this BS on top of the other BS that you've been dealing with that you haven't handled for 300, 400 years. And it's 100 years removed from Noble Drew Ali, and the people are still asleep. The people are still asleep. Sleep, deep sleep, sleeping beauty, but they're fat and ugly. You're not sleeping beauty anything. Just fat on the couch, doing nothing. And then Moors start doing something and they're complaining about more Moors. What are the Moors gonna do? Moors getting kidnapped for you dumbasses. Moors doing years in prison with no corpus delicti, no injured party, nothing. Doing years just because they're standing up for rights that you cowards are scared to stand up for. Moors are going into other dimensions to go get the codes from Toadman and all that stuff. And then coming back here and trying to put you on some game, and then you're telling Moors that we don't know what we're talking about. Moors don't know what's up. If anybody knows what's up, it's Moors who know what's up. If anyone knows anything, it's going to be Moors. Doctrine of discovery is a legal fiction, but revoking it won't herald immediate changes. Rescind the doctrine, and then they got the black fist up like a dumbass, as if they're BLM or something. Pope Francis and his entourage of Vatican officials on their week-long Canadian pilgrimage have faced mounting pressure to renounce, repudiate, and revoke something scholars increasingly describe as the legal fiction. Legal fiction? Legal fiction, huh? So it's not a real thing. Now, if these entourage of Vatican officials and Pope Francis are on their week-long pilgrimage, aren't they admitting that they're pilgrims? Aren't they admitting that they're foreigners? Aren't they admitting that it's a legal fiction? Because if they're a pilgrim, then how they got doctrine of discoveries and stuff like that taking over land that's not theirs? They're a pilgrim. They can't do that. Oh yeah, but the dumbasses, the fat and lazy people on the couch that don't study, they think pilgrimage is some church thing. right? Because they don't study. They don't know what the hell's going on. It's just a bunch of cowards, fat, lazy, don't want to do anything. They want to grow their own hair, but they're going to get some fake hair. Got to grow in hair. We're going to get some fake hair. They're going to get some fake eyelashes. They're going to get some fake nails. And they're going to be putting nail polish on dog toes and all this BS instead of doing what they're supposed to do. For centuries, this doctrine justified the seizure and dispossession of indigenous territories and nations all over the world. Canadian judges have based their country's sovereignty claims on it for 134 years. The sovereignty of Canada that these people are saying Moors near Canaanland, they're not Moorish American, they're Moorish Canadian. Canada's sovereignty is based on the doctrine of discovery. Because why? Because they're pilgrims too. And the doctrine justified the seizure and dispossession of indigenous territories and nations all over the world, not just in America only. All over the world, they did this. Interestingly, when you check some of these other places all over the world, they kick some people's asses when they tried to play that doctrine of discovery BS with them. But Negroes over here, no, they don't want to do that. They want to go caravana and jump up and wave and all that. Knowing that they're under occupation, knowing that right after the parade, right after caravana, they're about to murder you in the street. What are you celebrating for? You got something to celebrate? Slavery ain't over. What are you celebrating? What are you partying as if slavery's over? You're still these people's nigger. While experts say a public papal renunciation won't bring major domestic legal changes overnight, it will provide an impetus for lawmakers and judges to change their thinking. It's so well entrenched in Canadian and US law that retracting it will not maybe legally change the legislation recognized by Canadian courts, explains University of Alberta law professor Tamara Baldhead Pearl, who hails from One Arrow First Nation Treaty 6 territory. Despite that, a repudiation would have significant symbolic value, place substantial pressure on the Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court finally acts on this pressure, then that will, at least in my opinion anyway, have a fundamental effect on Canadian state law that directly affects Indigenous people, said Pearl. Canadian state law? I thought there was provinces over here. Wouldn't it be Canadian provinces law? What do they mean Canadian state law? What do you mean Canadian state? State of what? What are they trying to tell you people? So same thing Moore's been telling you people since Drew Ali. Same thing. Above Mexico is Morocco. U.S. is a corporation. Canada is a state of the U.S. corporation. This is known. Oh, but the dumbasses who are fat and lazy on the couch and don't study, they think Moors don't know what we're talking about. But here comes University of Alberta law professor Tamara Baldhead Pearl telling you the same thing that Moors been telling you. Canada is a state of U.S. It will force the courts to recognize Indigenous nations as sovereign. And this means that treaties will be required as a foundation of crown sovereignty instead of doctrine of discovery. And then keep in mind, treaties could only be made by the Aboriginal and Indigenous people. It can't be made by foreigners. And you already know that the people who are claiming that they're the Indigenous people, you already know they came over to Bering Strait and all that stuff, and they ain't Indigenous to here. which is why doctrine of discovery works so easy. Because all they had to do was get the Moors to be Negro, black, colored slaves. And then the fill-in be foreigners. So now they're good. But what exactly is the doctrine of discovery? Why has it proved so hard to dismantle? And what could change it if it was formally revoked? Here's a look at some of those questions. Papal bulls and the enemies of Christ. The doctrine of discovery is an idea rooted in a string of 15th century orders or edicts from the Pope called papal bulls. They were codified into modern American and Canadian law through two precedent-setting 19th century court rulings, explains Anishabi, legal expert and former appellate court judge Harry Laforme. It was created out of nothing other than the papal bulls. By and large, legal scholars around the world make it clear that it's a legal fiction and think it's well known as a legal fiction. It's well known as a legal fiction. It's well known as a legal fiction. It's not what Moors are saying. It's well known that the doctrine of discovery is a legal fiction. So if it's a legal fiction, then how is it that it has the power that it has if it's a fiction? The same power that U.S. has being a fiction. The same power that Canada has being a fiction. The power of the incompetence of the fat, lazy people who don't study. Once you have fat, lazy people, what you got to worry about? You think there's a threat of anything stopping called colonization? Why would there be a threat if the people are fat and lazy? They're not even trying to say, let's try to lose some weight or whatever like that. They're not even trying. They're not even trying to get some knowledge of self. They just want to sit on the couch, eat donuts. That's all they want to do. This legal fiction originates as a set of concepts imperial European powers agreed on amongst themselves to seize, carve up, and plunder non-Christian territories while converting, enslaving, or murdering their inhabitants. Well, we'll switch enslaving or to enslaving and murdering their inhabitants. Papal bulls were formal declarations from the Holy See about what European kings had the church's blessing to do, and such are the directions offered by Pope Nicholas V in the 1452 papal bull entitled Dum Diversus, Moors been telling you about forever. The decree issued to Portuguese King Alfonso authority to authorized the king to invade, search out, capture, vanquish, and subdue all Saracens. Then they put Muslims in brackets. We're going to say Moors. They stop playing around with Moors. And pagans whatsoever, and other enemies of Christ. Now, Christ is Asiatic. And the man who carried the cross for Christ was a Moor. Then he was saying that Jesus is his brother and all that stuff. Then that would actually mean that these invaded, searched out, captured, vanquished, and subdued Saracens weren't enemies of Christ. They were brothers of Christ. And if they were brothers of Christ, then that would mean that the real enemy of Christ would be these people lying on him. calling themselves Catholics and all that stuff when they already know they got yarmulke on and they're playing games. The bull further directed Alfonso to annihilate these people's political dominions, reduce their inhabitants to perpetual slavery, and pillage all their possession for the monarch's personal use and profit. Same thing that these package selling people are doing. Same thing they're doing. What are they doing? Lying on you, lying on Noble Drew Ali, go do some BS, get kidnapped, and then coming back out here and pretending as if they got some type of authority or something like that, forging Drew Ali's signature on fake documents, right? Claiming that they got some authority, lying and calling Noble Drew Ali magistrate, forging his signature to put on their documents. How they forging Drew Ali's signature to put on their documents? Right? International consulate again. You're not tired getting played by these people? You're not tired? We keep telling you, it ain't, the Europeans not the problem. The problem is the Moors who are doing the BS, which gives the colonists the power to do their BS. You don't hear what Moors saying. No matter how much documentary evidence we show you that your own is selling you out, no matter how much we show, you're still going to go chase these people, go join their stuff and not support the righteous Moors, and then want to know why we cuss you out and call you fat and lazy. Whereas Moorish Americans are a trust corpus of the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali's 1928 fee simple absolute vast estate irrevocable express trust. Moorish Americans are the fiduciary, trustee, and beneficiaries of the said trust, whereas we are the divine Moorish consulate post. Where was divine Moorish consulate post in Noble Drew Ali's literature? Find me that. Where Noble Drew Ali sanctioned these people? Where? They're playing you because you're dumb. How dare they forge Noble Drew Ali's signature, call him a magistrate, and then say that they're for the Moors? How are they signing Noble Drew Ali's name and saying they're for the Moors? Keep playing. Like Moore said, oh yeah, since you forgot.
Oh, it's raining today. What that mean? An excuse. You guys tried to give me an excuse. I told you already I was going to be the best Moor. We working hard. Rain, sleet, hell or snow. We working. And I see y'all dirty Moors making videos with Rod Hayes and his sellout behind. Ain't nobody, your minds, you guys are killing yourselves.
Killing yourselves. If you want to get on here, just push the button. Islam, Elder Khalif. You're muted. You gotta unmute. Islam.
Islam, soldier, how's everyone?
Everything's peaceful, More. How you doing?
Great. I'm taking in the lesson. Go over the images. Listen to all the silly idiots sell out. How you gonna not know that's a Star Spangled Banner when you don't recognize your own national flag? They sell out, man. Just stick like that. They need to get their head shot. Simple. It's real simple. It's so simple a child understands it. That's a Star Spangled Banner. That is not a national flag. You can tell a child that, and the child knows the difference. Why are these haters trying to act like they're just so complicated or ambiguous or so complex that we can't comprehend? That's a Star Spangled Banner, idiot. What part of that y'all don't comprehend?
Don't forget to throw fat in there. Fat idiot.
All of them sitting on the people. They need to come out the fucking creases and get off the sofa. Bastard. I apologize.
Oh, it's all good, More. You already know you can get it out on here. You know they're not going to let you talk on any other platform. You know they're going to be mad.
It's sad. It really is sad. With all the information that's been released, you can't tell me by now you don't know who the sellouts are. You can't tell me you don't know who the sellouts are. It's the Boule members, it's the Masons, the club members, it's the clandestine, it's all the traders. All of them, sisters and brothers with nappy hair, walking around here looking just like me, smiling in my face and stabbing me in the back. Haters. Prophet Noble Drew Ali left us everything to save the nation. What they do is taking and try to make it confusing. It really isn't confusing. You got two sides. What side you want to be on, hater? The national side or the organization? You want to be in the club? Huh? You want to keep chasing pale white horses on the cross?
You know that's what they want. Islam, More. Hold on, let me get this one on here. Islam, brother Tariq. Are they playing with you again? Brother Tariq. Well, you know they be playing with your line More. They got you froze now. Yeah, we can't hear you. They're playing with you. They're playing with you again, brother Tariq. They're playing with you again. You get out and get back in. Playing. Of course they're going to be playing. Truth is no apologies. Truth isn't sorry. Truth doesn't care how you feel after you hear it. It is what it is. And we give honors to Noble Drew Ali. We put him at the highest point so that you could see what the truth is. It's very obvious and evident what the truth is. And the truth of the matter, it's always your own. Always your own. Until that stuff sinks in and you start looking at who the real enemy is, the great schism, till you start realizing who the real enemy is, you're going to be dealing with doctrine of discovery and dumb diversus and everything else that we're dealing with. Going to be dealing with it. That's just what it is. Because the position that's been taken by these sellouts, the position that's been taken by them is, like the elder said, they want to be on the corporate side. They're not playing the Moorish side. Islam, Tariq.
Peace, Grand Sheikh. Peace. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you now.
Yeah, you know, man, they must feel the heat coming off me. That's why they don't be letting me in on my computer, but I can get in on my phone.
So you're hot.
Yeah, and I'm this bullshit, Grand Sheik. Excuse my language, but you know, like you said, this where we can come and vent and I'm not a Grand Sheik, so I don't have that level of knowledge yet. So I still got some of the street in me. So you know,
it's all good.
For example, man, all these people that you're saying that are the Rod Hayes followers and all of that stuff or whatever. I got a 9-year-old child. My children were here with me for 2 months over the summer. I showed my son came in my room and saw this right in my office. He saw our flag, our nation's flag hanging up, right? He's 9 years old, and he asked, "Dad, what's that?" I told him, you know, that's the nation's flag. I sat down and explained it to him. I went through the little book that got the nation flags in it and everything, and he was like, "Well, where's our flag?" You know, he was referencing the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah.
So I had to let him know. You know, remember the song? What is it called? You know, it's a Star Spangled Banner, right? He himself went and got one of my dictionaries and looked up what a banner was. And he was like, "Well, that's not even a flag." I said, "It's not a flag. So how does it represent a nation?" So I'm watching his face. I see the wheels turning and everything. He thinking about it, you know, he thinking about it. He's like, "Wait, that don't make no sense." So I told him, I said, "This, you know, he only 9. I didn't go in depth with it, but he's only 9. So I said, "This is a flag. That's a banner. That's not a nation." He's 9. So if he can get it, because he wants to get it, he's seeking knowledge, then these grown ass adults can get it.
So how many hours did it take you to relay that message to him?
Man, it took a hot 10 minutes, Grand Sheik. It didn't take no hours. It didn't take no months. No, he got it right away. That's what I'm saying. On these, I posted when you posted that on your Instagram yesterday about that. What? So you gonna tell me that the name Tweety? That's an ancient name. Seriously, like you said, a female get on there and show you a little cleavage or some skin or something with a turban on, and you all up their ass because you believe anything they say.
Fat and lazy, yo, the same shit.
Fat and lazy. This shit is astonishing. I don't get what's so. Excuse me. I'm not even gonna say excuse me. I don't get what's so fucking hard about understanding who and what we are. It's not difficult. It's not rocket science. My 9-year-old could figure it out. So I can't another grown adult. So that's my 2 cents, Grand Sheik. Like I said, peace and love. I just wanted to step in and speak real quick since you added the link. I was gonna do it earlier, but I thought that was specifically for that trader clown that was in here commenting on shit that he don't know nothing about.
Islam, boy. Islam. Watch out for these sellouts. I'm telling y'all. They don't care.
Oh, Grand Sheik, real quick, back to that little that clip you keep showing, that clip you keep playing about the brother, you know, saying he been up since 4 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah.
Even when I'm with him in that school of thought. Even when I came into this movement 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago now, there was some, because of, you know, the quote unquote consulate and all of that. That's all sellout shit too. But there was nowhere near, knock it off. There was nowhere near this much treachery and treasonous activity on the part of other grown adults in this movement. It just wasn't. Now all these package sellers then popped up and everybody trying to get rich quick and oh, well, if they believe this, then I could sell them anything. And that's exactly what they doing.
Yep.
What you call them, those Johnny come latelys?
Yeah. Yep.
Those look at me. Look at me. I'm over here. I'm a grand sheik. I'm a great grand governor and supreme grand such and such, and blah, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Get out of here with that. Yep. Moore said the funds are drying up. They're getting desperate.
Yeah.
They're Getting desperate. Islam, brother Yusuf.
Islam, Morris.
What's good, boy?
Ain't nothing. Islam. I'm out here at the water. You already know. A couple of boys see me out here earlier. I'm still here. But I had to I just had to add in. I just want to give thanks for sharing my video earlier too, Grand Sheik. And because I had to share that because this morning, that's what happened when I first woke up. You know, I'm gonna go live, but the first thing I see on the Instagram is the picture with the sellouts, like they about to have a show or something like this. And then I'm looking, and my first thing is I don't even know who these people are. Who are these people? I don't know neither one of these ladies. I never seen them before. Never seen them before in my life. But then they have Rod Hayes on here, who we keep saying, who's Rod Hayes? So it was frustrating to me because number one, the years and the effort that so many, you know, Moors like yourself, Grand Sheik, you know, Taj and stuff like over the years who have put in years to put this information out, the truth out, and then you have these sellouts, like the Moor just said, Johnny come latelys, and just try to cause a bunch of confusion. And that's what's going on. So it wasn't so much a frustration at the sellouts, it was more of the people, because like my thing is you're only following these people because they're making you feel good. Because that's what lazy people like. They want to feel good. They don't want to go out and do something productive and be looked at as, okay, now I feel good about the productivity that I done put in. They want to hear something, go to church, make them in oohs and ahs and clap, and then go eat, sit down, watch TV, and go to bed. That's that lazy shit. I hate that. That really bothers me. I'm like, because I work hard, you know, like, and I know other Moors do too. Moors put in years, and then just to see some sellouts get away with some BS because lazy people want to feel good about themselves, promote them. Like, I have no respect for that, no honor for that at all. Like, I really, lazy people who do nothing really bother me. That really bothers me because I always, you know, now I have to look, now, I don't want to say always, now I look at it like when Todd said constructive criticism. I had to think about that. We got to look at who's saying something. You know, before I even, like my sister said, I'm about to start having contracts with people to even speak to me because we got to look at who's even criticizing. Look at you. Are you serious? Like, this is the guy? This is who y'all saying is gonna give me? He's lazy. He's fat. He don't care about himself. And now he's gonna help me? How? Look at him. He don't help himself, but he gonna help the nation? We can't even get past that part. How? It doesn't even make sense. That doesn't make any sense to me. Look at these people. Look at them. Like you said earlier, Grand Sheik, they put a turban on and show some cleavage, and now you following it. They still dumb nigger. Look at them, and now you following them. I don't blame them. I blame you. I blame the people following them. That's why they get cussed out. That's why I'm gonna start cursing these dumb people who following these people who promoting them, because they only got a platform because of these people who's promoting them. If y'all stop promoting them, they wouldn't even exist. So it's y'all. It's the lazy people who I said earlier want to feel good about themselves, and it's very frustrating. That's frustrating to see that. I've noticed now over the time studying, even the sellouts back then, at least they sold out and was productive in selling out. These sellouts now just sit in the room and press live and make notes. Like, everything's just lazy. This generation, we are the softest, laziest people now ever. So now everything is just catered to their gullible. They're just, because they're gullible and lazy, just cater to their gullible and they're fat and lazy. And then the Moors will lose, because if you want to be a Moor, you got to work hard. That's why I say in the video, I want to be the best Moor. Let's make it a competition. I don't want to just keep saying Islam. I don't want to show me you being a Moor. I want to let's make this a competition. Be the best Moor. I'm working hard. I'm up every day, every morning, working hard, busting my ass. I want to be the best Moor. I don't want to just be a Moor. Anybody can do that because they sell packages, but he's still a Moor. But I don't want to be like that. I want to be the best Moor. And I think Moors is forgetting that. You want to be the best, right? Let's make it a competition. Let's see who's the best. And that's what I'm not laziness. Let's see what this Moor is doing so I can copy it and mimic it and help myself get out of some situation. Now that's BS. I'm not down with that. You work hard, bust your ass, and get your own shit. That's what I'm on. Not laziness. I don't like that laziness.
Islam,
brother Curry.
Islam, peace. I wanted to come on and give some more thanks. I wanted to come on and show some more appreciation and let Moors know, like all the upright Moors who are studying and putting in their work. That I appreciate you. I really do appreciate it. We know that Allah is watching. We know that all these things that these dirty Moors are doing, and it appears like they forget or they seem to think that Allah's not watching. Like these dirty Moors, like still unfortunately they're not doing the work that we're doing, but like this, the movement will not be stopped. Allah's guiding the movement. So all the work that we're putting in and that you're putting in, like it's spreading. They clearly don't believe, and they should be turning in their buttons and their fezzes, but it's like a snowball that just keeps getting bigger, no matter what. They must know that if they're doing dirt, it'll never prevail. So they must feel like they're doing something good. They must feel like they're doing Allah's work, but they like, I don't get it.
Yep. Facts.
Grand Sheik, that's just like in the chat. Now the whole chat then just about turned to Taj, and why would Taj with Rod Hayes and this, that, and the other, and blah blah blah. First of all, let me say, I have the utmost respect for Master Teacher and Grand Sheik Taj Tariq Bey. But as you stated in the chat, even Grand Sheik Taj has said, damn, Yusuf left. I was going to ask him what he was cooking today. But even Grand Sheik Taj said, don't follow me. Don't follow me. You goddamn right. I watch his videos, even when he's on the Church of Reawakening Minds, when he's on there with that pastor or whatever. I still watch and listen to what he say, right. Because he always got information, but he always got gems. But man know not by being told, just because somebody say you gonna jump on his back and ride with him, like that's not what this is. That's not what this is. Do your own study for self. I'm pretty sure, Grand Sheik, you not a trillionaire. You ain't rolling in fiat or none of that stuff. I know I'm not. I'm pretty sure somewhere in the prophets, prophecies and teachings, it said once you claim your Moorish nationality, the first thing that's gonna be affected is your wallet.
Straight. It ain't the same.
It's not the same at all. At all.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand why people. Well, why is Taj with Rod Hayes or whatever? Did you ever think that maybe Taj wanted to share some dialect with the guy, or see where the guy's head was at, or see how many dirty ass Moors gonna jump off this bandwagon onto this bandwagon now?
Yeah, following him.
Yeah, following him. And look what we got now. You got podcasts popping up with people wanting to do shows with Rod Hayes. Who the fuck is Rod Hayes? Where was he at 6 months ago?
Straight.
6 months ago, Canaanland Moors and Grand Sheik Cujo was doing the same thing he doing right now. A year ago, Grand Sheik was doing the same thing he doing right now.
Yep.
Uplifting, doing his part and helping uplift fallen humanity.
For years.
Before I got into it, I hurried up and jumped on the bandwagon once I found Canaanland Moors, but he been doing it for years. Why they not inviting Grand Sheik Cujo on these podcasts? And why? Because they know he gonna come in there and dispel everything they believe.
Yep, and get off me. Why don't they call Obashango L to get him on their platform? They want to hear something from some indigenous whatever. Indigenous Moor.
They don't want that real smoke. They want that fake shit.
They want that smoke. They want that smoke. Yeah, and we're talking about we even brought Obashango here before the locks. We brought him here to lecture. Before the locks down to his back. He had the little fro. We brought him here to lecture. So, you know, the foundation that we set, just like we said, how come they didn't get, you know, Mother Anita on something? How come they didn't get Rosmaria Bay? Go live with them. They would never do that. They would be smashed so quick. Their dreams will be shattered so fast as soon as they mention some BS and they get shut down.
Exactly, Grand Sheik. Even like the church are we're working in minds. Why y'all won't invite any staff member from RV Bay Publications to your podcast and sit there and talk with them? Oh, but Rod Hayes pop up and he quick to get on your podcast. You invite him quickly.
And then on that 2 weeks ago, the Moor said he reached out to Rod Hayes. Rod Hayes, yeah, as soon as I got some time, yeah, we could talk with these Canaanland Moors and all that. Where's he at? Can't even hear from him, but he's going on some platform with some sisters over here claiming that they're some adept's chamber or something like that. Well,
laying his fat ass in the bed while he on the live eating and shit, fucking talk, man. This shit is it's infuriating, Grand Sheik. It's infuriating. It's crazy. How could you follow that? Like the brother Yusuf just said, like, aren't you supposed to be an example? That's the example? Come on, man.
Crazy. As far and then especially from the perspective of the whole idea of being the teacher or being the relayer of the information. You're supposed to be inspiring people to be greater. Look at the Moor said, yo, I'm trying to be the best Moor. You know what I mean? Based on me doing my research and seeing what the Moors have done in the past. Shit. We got something to strive for. Saying that we're Moors. Looking at Noble Drew Ali and what he did, what he presented, all the things that he manifested for Moors, manifested for himself, all the popularity he gave to different Moors based on his fame and nobility. There's a standard, a high standard. And these Moors are playing around with this thing as if this is just some other school of thought. Like this is anything else. This is just anything else. You could say whatever and it's all right. No, it's not all right, because saying whatever is what got most of our people messed up. Saying whatever got people in trouble. Saying whatever is why Moors right now are talking how we talk, that we're not even playing with your BS anymore. We're gonna cuss you out. We're gonna cuss you out, stink or whatever, so you know
it's real.
This is not some stuff that we're playing with. Certain Moors take this stuff very serious.
That's the only way niggers understand, Grand Sheik. Ain't that what you say? That's the only way they understand. We could talk to them on that enlightened level, but they ain't there, so they not gonna get it.
Yeah, I realize, those dirty Moors is really playing games, man. Like they're like, I like to say, like they're casting shadows, you know, because to me, like when Yusuf was saying that I want to be the best Moor, it's like, you know, we have a lot to look back to, and so it's inspiring. Like we should be out here shedding light, like not casting shadows, but trying to make sure that, you know, humanity is getting, you know, what they need, and being that example, showing, stand on the principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Like
Islam, Moors.
Islam.
Peace, brother. Peace.
Let me make sure my mic ain't covered. Yeah. I'm just, you know how it is though. Like people show their colors, and then at the end of the day, especially like if you're claiming your adept chamber and all of this, then that's a high standard, and you can't be just saying one thing and then it's not gonna be the holistic truth. So even my conversations, and Kuja already knows that when I was reaching out to Rod Hayes because I heard what he said, I'm trying to see his perspective so I can better understand why he would be coming after somebody who has been doing this for years, putting out the knowledge, doing things, not charging people, all of this stuff. So like I already realized it's just rhetoric at this point. Like he's just trying to get followers and people, just as you saying, it's like entertainment, because it's not really doing anything at the end of the day. So the more you have to study for yourself. You can't follow nobody at the end of the day. And yeah, so it's crazy out here, though.
Yeah, those are one of the Moors that like they're acting like they think it's a joke and unreal. Like, they're just like trying to gain fame and nobility. They're like all these guys thinking, like Cujo said, like it's just anything, treating it like another school of thought. Like, you can see it. It's there. I think it's the flaw in their character and their dirty ways. Like they don't see it. Like they initially got it, and then somehow they started thinking like they're more than other Moors, and they're deceiving them and gaining off of them as if like everybody can't see, as if like Allah's not watching.
Exactly. That's the thing.
No, what it is
Gotta
probably
be
along their path of enlightenment, they ran into a roadblock. And as opposed to, like man Grand Sheik was saying a couple weeks ago, as opposed to staying the course, they went left because that's the easier path. Oh, it's easy for me to create this fake ass packet and make fiat off of it. And I know all these other unconscious, sleepy, barely being awoke Moors, they gonna jump on it, and I'm gonna collect their fiat. Same with Sabir and the Cash App thing. Every 2 seconds when he's speaking, it's the exact same. Chasing fiat.
Yep.
Sad. It used to be sad. It used to be to where it was just sad and disheartening. Now it's just pathetic, because like Brother Yusuf was just saying just a little while ago, you can fault the dirty Moors that are doing it to a certain extent, but you got to more so fault those though it's ignorance. That's what it is. It's the ignorance of the people that don't want to sit down and take the time to study. They don't want to do it. They just don't. They don't. They don't want to read a book. They don't want to. They don't want to read the Quran. They don't want to read administrative functions from RV Bay. They don't want to read the 101s. They don't want to read none of that. They don't want to read. They want a quick resolution.
Microwave.
Yeah, there you go. Those microwave Moors. Yeah. Eminem, the microwave Moors. Straight up.
Nah, for real though. Like that's the thing. It's like it's so evident now that all of these distractions is because people just want, the quick fix. Because it takes a while to get out of this mentality. The society, everything is this instant gratification, and this like if you're not reaping something the next day, then it's not worth it. All of these things down the line is gonna have a huge impact, and if you keep planting these seeds, it's gonna come. It's just you have to be persistent. And as you're saying, when there's roadblocks and when there's issues and when you make mistakes, you gotta realize, okay, you just gotta look at it from a different angle and take the lessons, take that work now and put it in siphon it in a new way, so you can now make the most of it. So like a lot of it too is just like just going along with something that is now more relatable to this society that obviously hasn't been working. And I feel like that's the route some of these Moors are going with, because it's like, okay, yeah, they haven't been studying, so we're just gonna ride with this now. But I've come to see for my own self, like it's still under this fiction. It's not going anywhere, because the whole thing is gonna fall. So you're gonna fall with it, or are you gonna be the trailblazer? You know?
It's because what they're doing is not de jure and it's not divine.
My mic. I think I'll cover my mic. I don't know. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Peace. We hear you, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're frozen. Yeah, of course they're playing. But yeah, also too, to put it out there for the Moors, what because you're talking about the obstacles and then people going left. What do you do as far as with you Moors on here? What do you do to when you get into those obstacles? Like what's the option? Because it seems like people go left because they think that's the only option. Go around the option opposed to going through it or going over it or whatever.
Okay, so Grand Sheik, my first obstacle that I ran into when I came into this knowledge was there were a few things off the top of my head that I wanted to resolve for the straw man, just to get some stuff situated so I can function better as a Moorish American. So one of those was, exercising my right to travel. And then, I had some issues with some legal issues or whatever. I didn't go to an attorney or a lawyer to find and figure that stuff out or whatever. I figured all of that stuff out on my own. I sat my ass down and studied some stuff, walking around with a turban and my fez on. This is my second fez that I purchased my third one, because I have a black one as well, but this is my second burgundy fez that I've purchased because my first one just got so much use and wear out of it. But obstacles I was running into, were for example, exercising the tax exempt right and things of that nature, and traveling without a driver's license and thing like that or whatever. It'll take one time for them policy enforcers to snatch you out your damn car before that's a deterrent before you decide to go left. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to my driver's license and this permission they gave me and this, that, and the other. If you don't sit down and study, that could be an obstacle that turns somebody left. Running into not finding a temple in my location or whatever, or finding a temple, but the temple be what they got going on and the rhetoric that they're pushing, it has nothing to do with the prophet at all. To where you go in there and before you get to the doors, you hear them in there playing drums and clapping their hands and singing hymns and shit like that. That's not what a temple is. What you say yesterday on your live, a temple is supposed to be a school. It's not a damn church. And that's what I was running into. Those were obstacles. But like I said, that was about 5 years ago. And you see where I'm at still today. I stayed the course.
Yeah, those ones, I think that temple one is a big one. That's a major one. People wanting this information, and then they go out to get it, and where they're trying to get it is not the spot that they're looking to get it.
Yeah, and it's not the correct information.
Yeah. Islam, brother Albacet.
Islam, brother Kuja. Islam, brother Tariq. Islam, Curry Lloyd L.
Islam, man.
Islam, more.
Yeah, I just tuned in.
Islam. Yeah, we were just getting thoughts on what made Moors stay on the path
Yeah.
instead of
I,
the path.
I think there is no going left. Like I think like going left, these Moors don't
Once
realize.
you in, you're in. Once you
Yeah,
in, you're in.
yeah, they're
No
abandoning
half stepping.
their whole heritage. They're abandoning like principles in which to live on and stand on. Like the only other thing that they're doing is like giving up. They're putting their head in a hole, like to go left. You know, like um, you know, they're going through it. You know, going right around it the right way. You know what I mean? Like these are like things where people. It seems like they come to the movement and they think that they're gonna escape their issues with knowledge. Like they think that they're gonna uh, not acknowledge the divine side and just hide behind information. Like they're gonna, and that's where they're misled and they get taken advantage of, and because they can't. They're not seeing the basics, the principles, and everything all the prophet brought them. Like they're just using him as like to access treasury and like as a to hide, like these dirty Moors, like like to like I don't know, man. But I just continue to reflect on myself, and I see and I know where I need change and development and growth. Like I know, to the church is that circle within yourself. Like, you must know. Because if you don't, you're gonna keep paying and make others like pay with you, like take others down when you just simply can't be yourself. Like these Moors are trying to be more, and then I'm seeing these altering signatures and doing these things like that. Like they really clearly like they take it for joke. Like that's unbelievable. Like they like the sciences and everything that there is to share and to apply. They're clearly just not, like, honestly just dishonorable, and I don't see any other way, like, to really deal with them in this time, but to stay the course and to, make sure we give them their idiot donkey of the day spot, because there's too many out here that are not applying. But we can't spend so much time on them. I don't know, like, that's how I get through by it.
Donkey of the day. That's a good one, brother. Donkey of the day. That's what we're gonna start. That's what I'm gonna start calling them for real.
Because like
That's
the way that Moors are given that, like saying like this is a dirty Moor right here, it's applicable, like it's useful, it's absorbed to who has ears and eyes to see. It's laid out for you simply and clear. It's not a game. We're not playing. It's not about emotions. It's straightforward. It's clear. Like when someone's violating the covenant, like this to me is like the underground when I was growing up and seeing like, yo, these are generations that are underground, the grassroots in the streets, like in like, this is the fabric, but at the same time, like people, like they just keep shying away. They keep they run from the truth, like that they need to do work, that everyone has work to do. Like they end up doing some next thing they're not supposed to be doing. Like,
yeah, it reminds me of yesterday I was talking with one of the young brothers out here, and we were talking about how back in the day we used to have the programs that they used to come to. You know what I mean? When they were 7, 8, 9, they were coming to the after school program or whatever like that. And he was talking about how all that stuff is gone, that all the youths now, they don't even have a program for them to go to. And he just heard that, you know, two brothers just got caught up in some raid or something like that, and you know, they're trying to relay the info to them like, yo, you gotta do something with yourself, you gotta change. You know what I mean? It's not the same like when we were coming up. You know what I mean? It ain't like that. You're gonna get yourself caught up in some BS that, and you know, of course, you know, stuff falling on deaf ears, and hard head makes a soft ass, and who don't hear must feel, and all that stuff. And now they're feeling because they didn't follow some simple instructions of, you know what I mean, at least trying to get themselves into a different headspace so they don't get caught up in the BS that was inevitable.
But the social program for the society, though, it welcomes that. Like, it glorifies, you know, the hard knocks and the gangster who learns the hard way, and giving him obviously his time, you know, in certain areas I'm seeing, you know. But like that's very true. We like those outlets, they've been removed and exchanged with colored outlets that will it has a certain agenda that has to be fulfilled, you know, and that's to keep the knowledge of the birthright out of the minds, and to keep certain you know, principles and people out of the minds. That's been the program. It's been successful, but now I see like we're like, you know, we're gaining so much weight. It's unstoppable. But at the same time, like the storm, you know, like this,
Any more got anything else to add on?
I could go on and on forever, Grand Sheik. Like you just said, my grandmother used to say that exact same thing. You know, a hard head make a soft ass. You know, and that's what it does. But like we said a few days ago or last week, whenever it was, the MBCs seriously think and believe that lower self, that drug dealing, that gang banging, that shoot 'em up, bang bang, they gangster lifestyle, so to speak, that everybody want to be a rapper, or everybody want to be in the NBA, or everybody want to sell dope or whatever. They have made that the normal. That's the norm. If you're not selling dope and got a pocket full of money, or if you ain't a hoop star in the neighborhood, or if you ain't going, it's smart to be dumb if you're NBC, because that's what they respect. That's what gets them street cred, quote unquote. That's what gets them respect and a repetition and a name. Anybody that's standing on the soapbox on a corner like they were back in the 60s and the 70s or whatever, they walk right by them like they don't even see them. They ain't even there, because they don't want to hear that. They don't want to see that. They want what's gonna get me some views on live. Let me record this real quick and post it and see how many likes I can get. That's what they want.
who's got the lower self?
Yeah, exactly. Who's got the low? I'm lower than you. Yeah.
And so yeah, it's one of those examples of the dead don't know about the living. Whereas, you know, you're here for life and you're gone, you're past. Your energies, they just don't interact. All your energy should be doing is penetrating on a positive note. And so that's what I feel like I see and I'm a part of, where, you know, I'm sharing as much more information and literature and music as possible. And you know, all it could do, it just permeate the ethers, and it will have its effect. It will continue to like ripple, and there'll be more, like, it's just more waves that it's hitting frequencies that it's harmonizing, and there's no stopping it. It's just gonna get, you know, bigger. And so these dirty Moors are just clearly on the wrong side, and they're trying to like capitalize without even like giving it to the nation. They're like hacking the tree or something. Like they're just like, you know, hanging on the tree. They're just hanging on it and just stressing it.
Islam. Islam, brother Albacet. Got anything to throw in there?
Yeah. Actually, I do. Yeah, I've been there, you know, but I have to make a choice for myself. So that's why I stay on the righteous path. And those who feel like, oh yeah, you must be out of your mind. I, I'll be like, whatever. This is like, this is my sojourn has already begun. So why should divert from this path? So for me, it's not like a micro study. No, I'm dealing with the divine as well as the national. Am I on the concerning my affairs on a daily basis? It's not like I know it all. I don't want to call myself a professor right now, but I'm a great student of life. That's how I see it. But we all got work to do. All of us got work to do still. So it's time for cleaning the house and check ourselves as well. I yield the floor. Islam.
Islam. Grand Sheik, just like you just said just a few minutes ago, like there once you come into, there is no matter what roadblock is put in front of you on the path, there is no going left. Can anybody on this chat imagine if Grand Sheik decided to go left right now? If he went left and started speaking like Rod Hayes and we black, just throwing in black here and there and this, that, and that. Can anybody imagine? Like, it's not possible, man. It's just not possible. You can't know this knowledge, know any of this knowledge, and go back. Peace, brother Malik.
Islam, family. Peace. Yeah, you right on point, brother Tariq. And I was just it's funny because I was showing my goddess your demonstration with you and the highwayman that you got on YouTube a couple of years back and stuff. I like see that Moor still up here. That's how real Moors are supposed to stand on their square and stay on the path. Like Cujo was asking what make us stay the course. Like I was just explaining to her. Everybody know the situation I went through last year. Like the same time frame that happened with Brother Jamal now. A lot of Moors got tested last year. You know what I'm saying? And it is like what made me stay the course was being in those situations, especially alone, especially by yourself, and everybody get that nervousness the first time you going through a new experience. You don't know if it's just like everything else you've been told or taught. But what made me know that it was for real, soon as I implied that I was a Moor, once I started seeing the different reaction of the people, they start scrambling, it started making them uncomfortable. I knew I was getting somewhere. And it's like I told them, my fight was, or all of us make mistakes when we first start out learning and going through this, because regardless of what we say, you're gonna get angry. Like once you figure out, it's just no way around it that you're gonna get angry when you first wake up. But the key is like what Taj always say, will always snap me back to reality when he say, don't get mad, get wise. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn what they learn and I'm gonna beat them at their own game. Like I said, I went through battling these people, getting fraudulently kidnapped, abused, all that type of stuff. But I still look at all of that as a victory.
Know how? Know why? Because I got the paperwork. As I showed the people, at the end of the day, they no longer call me Negro, Black, and Color. On their document, they are calling me a Moor. They said the defendant is a Moor out of their mouth. So you can't hate me too bad if you're acknowledging me for who I truly am. And that was the whole thing. Recognize me for who I am as a Moor, not Negro, Black, and Color. And since then, I ain't had no problem. Since I've been out, like I would tell my goddess all the time, the steps and the trials and tribulations that I went through last year, none of them have came back up this year. None of them, not one of them. No letters, no, oh, we need you to do this or come back. They all just disappeared for some reason. And it's like, that's my victory. That's what make me stay the course. Like, this is for real. But like I was telling her, a lot of people, why they sway away from the course is like what the Moor was saying earlier. They into that microwave mindset. It's like, okay, we hear what you're saying. That's why you even get Moors that come on here and ask, we hear what you're saying, but where's the Moorish hospitals? Where's the Moorish restaurants? Where's this and where's that? Why are you not helping contribute to get that going? And we not talking about fiat contributing. We talking about your actions, using your mind, using the ability that you have, the physical, the mental, the emotional morals that you have, especially if you operating out those 5 principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. You shouldn't have no problem operating. Even if you're the, like Cujo told me, hey, if you the only Moor standing up in that territory, be the only Moor. Praise be to Allah, Allah to unite. I had an Albion tell me that same thing as I left the library. My goddess was with me. We walking out the library. He was like, yo, I haven't seen a fez in I don't know how long. I said, yeah, I'm trying to single-handedly bring it back in this territory. He said, please do. Please do. I'm talking about begging that I have people waking back up, walking around with these fezzes. Now, I already know. I'm not slow because I do enough studying. Anybody that comes up and acknowledge this as a fez, Albion, and I already know they're part of the clubs, but it's just the satisfaction. That's victory to me. That's like, damn. They don't even really look at me as Negro, Black, and Colored no more. Like, they really look at me. It's even to the point sometimes I don't have to wear my fez, and they still know me as a Moor. But the reason I do it is because nobody out here is doing it. So I'm going to represent it to the maximum degree that I can push it, like, without causing confusion, without going to kick up dust, far as like bringing unwarranted trouble to yourself. See, they think that being active is going to pick fights. That's not being active. Just by you helping your fellow brother, somebody that don't know this information, and you doing it with purity in your heart, that's being active. By you, what we're doing right now, this broadcast, by all of us giving our contributions of how we feel about this, what make us stay the course, that's being active. They don't understand. They think active is spinning fiat or collecting fiat, and that's not or picking fights, and that's not what that is. That's why even the prophet was telling us, yo, when you get on top, man, respect the European, because if you know something is yours and you the ruler, what I need to act up for, I run this. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need my contribution in order for them to keep doing what they doing. So as long as I know that without me there is no them, I don't need to act up. Just carry myself accordingly, wake up who I can wake up, contribute to the movement as much as I can, and stay in my lane, stay studying. And like the prophet said, take it and save yourself. You have to look within. Our people have fallen into the mindset of these exoteric way of life when you should be esoteric the whole way. And you read all these religions. That's how I know these people never fully, no matter what school of thought that they're from, they never fully believe in it, because if you really read the literature that was handed down to you for whatever school of thought that you from, you would clearly catch on to the phrases that, wait a minute, this is talking about me as a person. Like, this all dealing with, every time you look at it, they might name different names, but it's all dealing with you. How can you carry yourself if this situation come up? when you're presented with this type of situation, how are you going to act towards this? Are you going to turn on your brother, or are you going to assist your brother? Are you going to forsake your sister, or are you going to uplift your sister? Or as we would say, mother, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, once you understand these concepts, and I just look at it like the comprehension was placed on the ones that's truly to wake up. I even feel like the dirty Moors, they was placed here for a reason too, because it only makes everything that we talk about seem more truer when these new Moors waking up and seeing us expose these dirty Moors, and these dirty Moors absolutely have no comeback whatsoever, but just talking. But they have nothing that they can fully produce documented wise to come back and combat anything that we're saying. Is only a bunch of talking. And I tell everybody, challenge me. Any information that any of these Moors drop on this panel, challenge it. Go get something that challenges it. And I'm talking about a factual document, not you just say, oh, I don't believe or I don't think. No, go get a document that come back and say, yeah, those Moors is lying. Moors never did this. This not Morocco, North America. Da, da, da. They don't have that. They never do. Never do. Not even the Masons that these people look up and want to run to. They done been shimmered by us. You better go back and look at these broadcasts for the past couple of years. These Moors, even before my time, shimmered these fucking Masons and traitors and haters. Like the MO of what Cujo and all these Moors up here been doing never changed. That's why you always see the same circulation of Moors that get on the panel. They get up here and had the ability to teach because it's in our heart. That's being active. And I yield the floor on that.
Islam. Go ahead, Brother Tariq.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say, Islam, Brother Malik, like you were saying about that video, that me exercising my right to travel in that video or whatever, man, that was roughly right at 5 years ago. You know, but when I did that, like you said, we all jump out there. When we come into this knowledge, if you true to it and true with it, you're gonna get mad. So with that video, I swear I was probably about 8, 9, maybe 10 months into my studying, like literally fresh into the knowledge. But as my cousin told me a long time ago, oh, you got them big monkey nuts. It ain't that I got necessarily monkey nuts, but I know once I got it, I got it. So you can't tell me that I don't got it. You can't challenge me. I dare you to. What I'm saying is fact. Prove otherwise. And you can't. So that's the way I operate since then until this day. It's not going to change ever. Like I told Cujo last week, once I put these glasses on, because I need them now to see and read. Once I put these glasses on, actually, I just need to get my alkaline up, but I'll get into that later. Once I put these glasses on, you can't take them off. Like Cujo just said in the chat, there is no going left. I can't even imagine go left. If I go left, I might as well just throw myself off a cliff and be like, oh, fuck it, I'm ready to meet my maker. It is what it is. That's not happening. I'm staying the course because I know self. Self, law, and master. I've got that down. I got it. When I got that, I got it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I live. That's the way I function. That's the way I'm raising my children. That's the way I live day-to-day life. There is nothing else. Now you have to pour. Islam. It's like the prophet said, you got to be willing to give the utmost of your very life to protect this. And what a lot of these Moors misconstrue from those statements, they think he's talking about a subordinate building. He's talking about you. Even when he's saying you must be like, follow the grand body temple. The grand body temple is you. The subordinate temple is that building, but that's why it's a subordinate. It's a sub to something. It's a sub of you. So if you're not right. That temple that you going in is not right. If you got the wrong mindset, you're gonna go in the temple with the wrong mindset, which is what's been going on the past couple of generations, until I would say the 80s. You know what I'm saying? To when the true master teachers woke up, and if that's how I know the prophecies and things of that nature is true. Like he said, they gonna take this movement so low that it's not gonna be heard of. It would be 50 years. It would be 50 years. You do the timeline. He died 1929. The year of the great sellout, 1930. Fast forward to 1980. That's 50 years. Taj wakes up. Dr. Alim El Bey wakes up. Dr. Hakeem Bey wakes up. You see what I'm saying? Ras Mariah Bey and all of those mother wake up around that time. Everything is right on point. So just like every other nation, you gotta have these battles to weed out the dirty. It's been dirty for so long, we have to clean it up because nobody else is willing to do it. It's a hell of a job, but hey, somebody got to do it. Why not be us Moors? You feel me? We done did it time and time again, and that's what the whole world is waiting on. They don't realize why so much turmoil in this world. The world is not in harmony because the Moors are not in harmony. And they don't realize once you put Moors back in their rightful place, everything else will go back to their rightful place. It's just because so many of these Moors are not in the right place that they need to be in. And I ain't just talking about us Moors like financially. I'm talking about these dirty Moors that's can really raise the people, but they choose to tear the people down or rip the people off. Until they can stop doing that by the boat, until we can establish some type of unity and establishments for our people without looking for these people to fix our problems. You see what I'm saying? It's not a hard task. They just make it hard because of their lack to want to come together. It's like everybody wants to be the soul more, and that's why they killed off the prophet, because they wanted to be him instead of letting that man operate, not knowing the things that could have transpired if they would have just kept letting the prophet operate. You see what I'm saying? Just play your position, stay in your lane, and things will unfold. Everybody wants to be the grand sheep. It's like nowadays, what I see when it comes to even with Moors, like you talking about this, I even call him a Moor, but he's a dirty Moor. But this dirty Moor, Rod Hayes, all of them from Sabir Bays and all of them, they all want to be Taj. And that's all you see. They all baby Tajes, but they keep missing the key ingredients, just like those Moors back then. Noble Drew Ali reincarnators, but you missing the key ingredients, dude. You operating.
Just to add on real quick, that's why the prophet said, "Be yourself, Moors," because nature already created you, already designed who you are and how you will impact society and add to the collective. But because everybody is trying to be, as you're saying, the man and the leader, and trying to this whole social media, this social engineering that, oh, now I'm somebody because of this, I'm seeing this, and I have more information in this. Not everybody has the same role, and it's like the more genuine you are, the more you don't have to explain. Like, it's already like your aura already shows like what you're about, So like, just to add on real quick though.
Yeah, you definitely right. And that's going back to who study. Like he was saying it in the Quran, like Yahshua said, what I did, all men will do. So it's like we're not looking for one man to lead us. Our leader, he's transitioned. We honor him every day. That's the prophet. No, there is no other leader. Now we all are in the same boat as brothers and mothers. Our leader is transitioned. We just honoring him and keeping what he laid down for us alive, which is what it's supposed to always be. But unfortunately, you get these dirty Moors that wants to be him, and they want to take the lead position. Like I even heard Moore was calling himself a sultan. Like nobody's a sultan anymore. The Sultan has transitioned in 1929. Since then, there is no other Sultan because only thing that Moors can do now is add on to what the Prophet did. Everything else has already been laid. You can't lay nothing else that will top or trump what the Prophet has already laid down for us. That's why that trust is still there. That's why we're still here being able to talk and proclaim nationality. That's how I know this is for real. That's another thing what made me stay the course. If it was just some club or movement, it would have been disbanded. It would have been disbanded. But we're still here talking about nationality and birthrights with our, what they call it, bucket hats on, but we know it's a crown. You know what I'm saying? Swinging 360 degrees, no tassels tied down. You feel me? That's what it's all about. Nationhood. That's like I told my son, I told my child when he was here, he asked me, he heard me talking on the phone to a brother trying to help him on some legal stuff or whatever, and I'm probably gonna fly out to Vegas here in a couple of weeks to help him or whatever. But he heard me talking to him, and again, this is my 9-year-old, because I got a 13-year-old too. This is my 9-year-old. He heard me talking, but I was speaking national principles, status, stuff like that. He heard that, so he was like, well, why are you talking to him like that, or talking to him about that, this, that, and the other, or whatever? And I told him to hold on or whatever, finish my phone call, talk to him, and I was like, now what was you asking me? He said, why are you helping him? I said, if not me, who? If not now, when? Like what the fuck? Like Grand Sheik said 30 minutes ago, this ain't no game. We ain't playing. This is what it is. And the boat is leaving. So if your ass ain't on the boat, then shit, sink or swim. You gotta learn how to tread water. I mean, and that's what it is.
You better have some endurance for that.
Damn right.
You out in the deep ocean then. You better hope for some miracles now.
Islam, Moors. We have any closing remarks before we get out of here? Honors to all the Moors worldwide, all the Moors in the chat, and everybody on the panel.
Study, 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 Moors. And after you study long and study hard. When you ask what's next, study yourselves. Study yourselves. Study yourselves. Esoteric. Go within. You are your God. You are your government. You are the diplomatic official. You're not a naturalized citizen. Be the national of the land that you domicile. Morocco. Islam. Peace and love.
Peace and love. I'm Noble.
Islam.
Yeah, and with that, with any question, there's always gonna be an answer to it. Just like there's always a solution to every problem. So just always remember, be mindful that there's always light at the end of the tunnel, whatever situation you're in. Islam.
Brother Tariq Albacet, any closing words?
Oh, gratitude, Grand Sheik. I was just sitting here waiting for you to go on and close out. Gratitude to you and your platform that you provide for us, the information you share with us, the music. Like I said, you got I downloaded your whole catalog, and man, I can't not listen to it daily. So I appreciate everything you do, Grand Sheik. Love, light, and peace, love.
Give thanks, more honors.
Grand Sheik. I live Islam,
more.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick.
Legendary, bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th days. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law may civil of a lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. I'll keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio.
Books and Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick.
Legendary, bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th days. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law may civil of a lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. I'll keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pains. I'm rob base, mixing with rock the hard way. I was in a lost state. Prophets stood me up right, brought me to a lost gate. Cooking like I'm Salt Bay, rapping like I'm Denzel. Malcolm X, Deja Vu, Roman J. Israel. Had no but you all in plain sight, but people still can't see it. So the snake's still showing up, the stakes still high, so the race still going up. Warriors of the North Gate, we not slowing up. Born in the manger, sworn to be savior. Walk through the valley of the shadows of the death dip in slavery. Looking for light, the book of Genesis. Astro plane entrances, invoke the nemesis. Abstract images of past lives kicking in. Danger, running for your life, finish him.
Morris Omar, key man or oracle. Using Trinity powers, decipher allegorical. Lost in metaphorical, holy books are metaphysic. Fact slap a dirty more or a Drew Ali Craig. Calling him Thomas or Walter and get your face caved. Or cut like a close shave. Drowned in my brainwaves, squashed by heat waves. Activating Kundalini. Abyssinia invaded by Mussolini. Selassie I in exile. Reptile in Genesis, niggas appearing real. All I see is false evidence. DA are feminists, stomped on by elephants. More like no prejudice, but want Moorish benefits. When you feel the cold magnetic resonance. Apis horns of the sacred book, all maleficent. Great cosmic mothers, return to blessedness. No pestilence, ace all the testaments. Tap into remembrance, never to forget again. Use energy right, not put spell effects on men. Wandering the earth plane with no they live shades. Keeps you a mental slave as the horizon fades. It's been decades since Christian crusades. Not enough rebellions, too many vigil bouquets. Holding on to the fence, burning on doomsday. War ruled by Mars, it might be on a Tuesday.
Canaanland Moors present Common Sense Quick. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations or comments that may arise. Want to give it a try?